Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the FCS Football channel, and today we are doing my Euro 2020 prediction. So we are on the Euro 2020 website and we're just going to go through their tournament prediction system and we'll see who I believe will win Euro 2020. Now, before we get into this, please do make sure you hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. And please do make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss the latest and greatest football content here on the channel and of course throughout Euro 2020. Now, without further ado, let's get into this. So first up, we have to predict each group. Obviously we have Group A all the way down to F. So we'll start with Group A, that being Switzerland, Turkey, Wales and Italy. Now I think this is a fairly hard group to judge. I think Italy are probably the favourites to make it out of that group. But I think Switzerland, Turkey and Wales are all three good nations, and I think they are all three sides capable of making out of this group. I think Turkey are a real underdog. I think you look at that team they've got Berk Yilmaz, who was absolutely on fire this year for Lille, guided them to the Ligue 1 title. They have Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who's been fantastic for AC Milan. They have two great centre-backs in Demiral and Soyuncu. So they have a very good team. Switzerland, we know they're very good, and Wales, while they've not got maybe the greatest of squads, I think their squad harmony is really good, and they usually do quite well in major tournaments, I find at least. So I'm going to put Italy in first. I think the squad they've got is too good not to top this group. Of course, there is 4 best third place teams that qualify for the knockout rounds. So that's something we will also have to try and keep into consideration. I'm going to go Turkey to finish second. Like I said, I think they've got a very good defence. I think they've got a good attack, and I think they've got an okay midfield. I think that Turkish midfielder for West Brom, he looked pretty good despite playing for a really rubbish West Brom team. So I reckon Turkey will be some sort of a dark horse, and it's just Switzerland or Wales. I'm going to have to go Switzerland and then Wales. And I like Wales. I really do like Wales. Despite obviously being an English fan, I do like Wales. I think they are a pretty good team. I just think that is probably one of the hardest groups. And I think that all 4 of them teams are fairly good. Wales are probably just about the worst. But, I mean, look, Wales could have a stormer. I don't know. Group B, I think this is fairly self-explanatory. Belgium will win it, no problems about it. And then it's Russia and Denmark really for second place. Finland will come bottom. Now, you look at Denmark. Poulsen's a pretty good player, although I don't think they're amazing. Russia, look, they were fantastic at the Russia World Cup. They could offer something, to be honest. They really, really could. It's going to be close. I reckon Russia will beat them. I think Denmark might get third place. Group C, I think, is also quite interesting. Netherlands should win it. Macedonia should come last. And then it's Ukraine and Austria. And you know what? I'm going to put Ukraine to qualify. And this is why. I always think going into a tournament, Austria are pretty good. They've got a fairly good squad. But then I always find they do rubbish. And I think that's going to be the same here. I'm not quite sure how good Ukraine really are. But I'm going to put them above Austria because I see Austria as a fairly bottling club. And by club, of course, I mean nation. Going on to Group D, of course, England's group. We've got Scotland, England, Czech Republic and Croatia. This is quite interesting. Will I back my boys, England, to qualify in first place? I really do find it's what type of England turns up and what type of Croatia turns up. So I think Croatia are a top side. You can't look past that midfield of Rakitic, Kovacic and Modric, just to name 3 of them. It's fantastic. And to be honest, I think Croatia will top the group. England will come second. Czech Republic will come third. And England will come fourth. And Scotland, will come fourth. I really do. I think we are too unpredictable to really put us top straight away. I think we've seen in major tournaments we do struggle against proper good sides. Croatia, last time we played them in a major tournament, being the World Cup, of course, they tore us apart. And I've looked at that England squad. I don't have much faith in Gareth Southgate getting the very, very best out of it. So I'm going to put her second. But although I do think that might see us get an easier draw in the next round. But we'll have to wait and find out. It actually might put us against France. Yikes. Bloody hell. What have I done? Do I want to change that? Yes. You know what? Back to boys. Back to boys. Go on, England. We're going all the way. Just because I don't want to put us against France early on. Then we go to Group E. Spain should top that group. Poland and Sweden. Now, I'll tell you what. Similar to Austria, I don't think Poland ever turn up at a major tournament. So I'm going to put them to finish third. I'm going to put Sweden in second and Slovakia in fourth. I can't remember any major tournaments. Lewandowski even really turning up for Poland. I mean, of course I could be right. I don't think he turned up for the last Euros. Didn't turn up in the World Cup. I reckon Sweden will has this. I think Sweden, they somehow always turn up and are fairly decent. I don't know if Zlatan Ibrahimovic will be fit for the tournament. But if he is, of course, he'll be immense for them. I'm going to back Sweden to finish second. And then Group F, I'm going to have France to finish top, Portugal second, Germany third, Hungary fourth. So now into the best third place teams. I reckon Denmark with Finland. I don't think they'll win a game. I think Russia and Denmark will draw against each other, and Finland will lose all their games. So Denmark will have 4 points, which will put them as the best third place team. I don't see Switzerland getting out of that. And because I think that all them games go very close. Apart from maybe when you play Italy. So I could see Switzerland finishing on 1 point, for example. Which I could see that then Austria will get 3. So I don't see Switzerland getting out, despite them being probably the best. Germany, maybe. I reckon they'll all beat Hungary. I reckon Germany will beat Hungary, so they should get third place. Austria. I think they will beat North Macedonia. And then we have one more. Will Czech Republic beat Scotland? I reckon that might be a draw. I reckon all of these other teams will get a draw. We'll get 1 point. So it's just a matter of who out of all of them will concede the least. And I think that will probably be Switzerland. Maybe Czech Republic. I'm going to go Czech Republic. I don't see England smashing Croatia or Czech Republic. I really don't. I can see Italy maybe handing out a whooping. Maybe Turkey as well. I think they've got a lot of goal scorers. So I'm going to have Italy, Turkey, Belgium, Russia, Netherlands, Ukraine, England, Croatia, Spain, Sweden, France, Portugal, Denmark, Austria, Czech Republic and Germany all qualifying for the knockout round of Euro 2020. So this is where we get into the interesting part, the knockout tournament. And first up we have Belgium versus Germany. I don't think Germany are going to do too well. I haven't been totally convinced by them, but since Euro 2016. I think World Cup they were dreadful. I haven't been too impressed with them during World Cup qualifying. And I think Belgium are good. They've got fantastic players in Eden Hazard, Romelu Lukaku, Dries Mertens, of course Kevin De Bruyne, Yuri Tielemans. I back Belgium. Italy, I think this is a fairly simple one. They're going to beat Ukraine, aren't they? France versus Denmark. I believe these two teams faced in the World Cup. France are going to beat Denmark, aren't they? They are the clear favourites in this tournament. France for me. So I'm going to put France. And Croatia versus Sweden. Croatia, surely. So now we're on to the second half of the tournament. Of course, England's side of the tournament. And we start with Spain versus Austria. And I think, look, Spain are going to win it. They're a good nation. They've got a lot of good players. And Austria, like I said, they're scraping through in third place. I don't see how Spain don't win that game. And then we've got England versus Portugal. Now, I think Portugal are a real dark horse in this tournament, to be honest. I really do. I think you look at their squad. They've got a good back line of Rui Patricio. Right back, they've got Cancelo. Centre backs, Jose Font, Ruben Diaz. Left back, Rafa Guerreiro. Midfield, they've got Renato Sanchez, Danilo Pereira, Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, just to name a few. Their front line, they've got Ronaldo, Andre Silva, who outscored Erling Haaland. You've got Diego Jota, again, Bernardo Silva. They're a very, very good team, Portugal. But, look, England, we've got the facilities to do really well in the Euros. Whether we will or not depends on Gareth Southgate and what type of system we play. I'm going to back the boys. Back the boys. Back the boys. England are making it. Now, I'm not quite sure if that's completely non-biased, but I'm going to go with England. Netherlands versus Czech Republic. Netherlands. I think Netherlands are pretty good. The only thing holding them back slightly is I don't really rate Frank de Boer. I don't think he's great, but I think they should beat Czech Republic. I think this is actually a very, very, very interesting one. Turkey versus Russia. I think this is an interesting one, to be honest. I think both of them are good. I think they've both got decent strikers in Dzuba and, of course, Berk Yilmaz. I think this one could go down to penalties, to be honest. I really, really do. But I'm going to back Turkey. So then we go to the quarterfinals. Belgium versus Italy. Belgium, again, they're just a better team, aren't they, really? Although I do rate Italy, and I think they've probably got the better manager in Roberto Mancini. I just think Belgium are the better team. So I'm going to go Belgium. France versus Croatia. We saw in the World Cup final, Croatia are no match for France. France are incredible. They've got an incredible team. And I think this is probably a better French team. Now they've got a Karim Benzema. Giroud didn't score in the World Cup and they won it. Now imagine with Benzema, a proper goal scorer in that rank. They're doing well this tournament. France are making the semi-finals. England versus Spain. Spain are good. England are good. We've beaten them the last time we played Spain. So I'm going to back England again to make it through. And Netherlands versus Turkey. You know what? I'm going to back Turkey, I'm going to back Turkey. Like I said, I do rate this Turkey team. I think they are very much underdogs in this tournament. I think they're a good team. I do think they'll just outdo Netherlands. So I'm going to put Turkey in there. Yikes. What am I doing? So we're into the semi-finals and England are still there for me. There is definitely a piece of bias in here. No doubt in my mind. But look, we're going for it. We're going to win the tournament, I'm sure. Belgium versus France. France will make the final for me. You look at, the last World Cup. They played France in, I believe it was the same round in the semi-final. France were the better team and they won the game. I think, again, they're going to do it again. I think they will make the final. And you have to say they're a strong, strong candidate to win this tournament. And rightly so. England versus Turkey. I think England will win it. And I think we'll get to a World Cup final at Wembley. This is where it gets interesting. What happens here? Will England go all the way? Or will France win it? Is it coming home? This is a really hard decision. It really is. I can't... Because I stand by the point. If England made the World Cup final, I think we would have won it. I really, really do. I think we would have beat the French. And with it being at Wembley, there's just a part of me that thinks we'll do it. We'll beat the French. We'll do it. We'll win it all. But then I just think we've got Gareth Southgate as a manager. We've got, four right backs. That we've made down to 3 now. Now Trent Alexander-Arnold's been injured. Surely we can't do it. Surely we can't. I can't decide. My brain is telling me France. You look at the French team. I think that French have got a good manager in Didier Deschamps. And then you look at England. And you look at Gareth Southgate. I don't think England gets the best out of Harry Kane either. But my heart says go England. England will do it. England, we have the facilities for that big man. The final is being played at Wembley. France will win it. Ah! France will win it. France will win it. France will win it. You know what? Actually, bun it off. England. England to win it. England to win it. Come on, England. England will win Euro 2020. Just to let you guys know, I do actually think it's probably going to be France, but you got to back the boys. But look, I mean, if you look through that tournament, I think England actually have a good chance of getting to the final. I do. Maybe we'll lose to the French. Probably we will. But I do think we have a lot going for us. I really do. I think a lot of the tournament will be played in Wembley in England. That will give us an advantage. I think we have got a good squad. I do think we've got very good players. And I think we are capable of beating Portugal. We've beaten Spain before, and I think we're capable of beating Spain. Netherlands, I think we're capable of beating. Turkey, which I do think will get through. I've seen my tournament tree. I think we'll definitely beat them. And then France versus England, that just comes down to it. And I think on our day, we can beat anyone. So I am going to go for England to win the Euros. But look, if you guys did enjoy this video, please do hit the like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. Let me know your Euro 2020 predictions down in the comment section below. And thank you all for watching. And look, boys, it's coming home. I'll see you in a bit. Peace.